Hello and welcome to JPML Select. Oh
No,
my
it's
goodness.
not JPML Select even. This is a
Wow.
title match.
Yes, I will get these things right one of these days.
JPML
Uh,
Select, by the way, is where we watch old matches from like years ago. But this is almost live. Like we're just hours after. It's only been a few hours since
Sweet.
they, yeah.
Oh wow. So that means are we going to be waiting for commercials?
No, we don't have to wait for commercials because it did already happen. So I can fast forward through the commercials, but we
See?
can take breaks.
See how special we are.
Yeah, usually normally we'd be on a 5-minute delay. We'd be streaming pretty much live. Hi, Nublet, welcome. So happy to see you. Normally
Woohoo.
we'd be streaming this live, except for yesterday was not logistically possible for us. I had to play in North Kanto, and Garthe had, I don't know, family stuff probably. I just made that up, but this sounds viable. This
uh,
sounds right.
yeah, I just wanted to say before we get started. Before we get started on this championship table, I just wanted to take a moment in this week of Thanksgiving, for at least a few of us, to reflect on some of what life has handed us recently. And, I don't know if probably a lot of you have seen this. You follow Jenn. But this last week, Jenn's beloved pet Papillon, Luna, passed away. And I can't imagine the hole it left in Jenn's heart right now. I took care of Luna maybe for a whole week or two in the last couple decades.
I think longer than that.
Yeah, sometimes when Jen was traveling, um, and even now, I find myself losing my composure uh, thinking about it. And it's been a whew, boy, it's been a tough fall for a lot of us. Right first, Luna for Jen, um, my father-in-law for my family, and then for our whole mahjong community. My Harda Udai passed away. And my Harda was my Harda Pro was a tireless teacher and advocate for the joy of mahjong, and his absence leaves another unfillable hole in our collective psyche. So I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate those who have come before us, and those who have gone before us, for all the goodness they contributed to our lives. So from us, thank you, Luna. Thank you, Hirojiji. Thank you, Mayara. And for those whom you want to thank, all of you out there, thank you for all you gave us. And now, if I think Jen and I can get through
Me
our
too.
little feelings, get through our feelings, here we go. Thank you to the final four players for giving us this final table of OUI.
Yeah, we can take a quick look. Right here, the four players that made it to the final table were Masaki Ishikawa, Kazutaka Nishimura, Fumiya Watanabe, who I think we saw on a final table recently as well.
Yes, I feel like I recognize that name.
Wakajishi or something. And Masahiro Tachikawa. Congratulations to them for making it this far anyway. Thank you, Rob.
Holy cow.
Welcome, Rob. Yeah.
That's another way to read. That's another way to write Tachikawa.
I thought you would say that. I was like waiting for you to say that. Because you hear
I'm
them like
glad.
always say Tachikawa when they're like, they call out names for like where you're going to be sitting.
I would
And then
never. Yeah.
we always just imagine Tachikawa as like standing river in our head.
Yes, especially. I mean, Jen. I rode past that on the way to Jen's house for like 5 years or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I made my mic louder. Is that better, Rob? I also might be quiet because Garth made me cry before we started. I do
Dude,
have
I got
a little
I got myself all teary-eyed too.
So yeah, we did have like a service for Luna.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Wow.
just like a little, I don't know, they have like a pet memorial thing.
Where did you go
Just
for that?
just like by our city office there's one.
Well, that's
Yes.
cool.
So they do like the bones the same way that you do it for humans, you
Oh,
know?
really?
You like use
Yeah.
chopsticks to put the bones in the urn or the jar or whatever it is.
We just did it too.
Yeah, so you do that with animals as well.
Wow.
And then you can buy little like keychains and stuff to put the bones into. So I have Luna's bones around my neck in a little, I don't know what this is. It looks like a little pill case.
Uh, I will see you at North Kanto or something and hold your bones, hold your necklace bones
Yes.
just for a second.
Yes, let's do that. Okay. Shall we go ahead and watch some mahjong?
Let's do that.
Okay. I will start.
Starting presently.
Yes. All right. I'm just going to put the names up while they are getting ready.
Oh.
Like Fumiya Watanabe looks so young compared to all the others.
Oh, yes. At some point, I will convey also how old I feel after falling on the steps outside my house. Oh my God, why am I getting a phone call that's interrupting my...
You can take it real quick. We have
I have no idea what it is. It can't be important.
oh, surely it's spam then. The scammers are calling a lot lately.
Oh, wow, that would be amazing if they had this number. But they might. Man, I've gotten a lot of garbage mail lately too through my phone. All right. First, Dorda is the 3 of dots. No, it's the 2 of dots. Look at me remembering only mid-sentence that is not the Dorda indicator. That is the actual Dorda.
And we will actually have 2 games for free on this stream today. Usually, a lot of times it's just 1 game, but since there are 5 games total, the first 2 will be on the free stream, and then the last 3 will be on the paid stream, and you have to be a JPML Superfan in order to access that stream.
How cool is that?
Yeah, we'd love to offer
We
them for
have
free, but we don't have it's not our choice.
so we have a quite quick reach from Nishimura. First Oya. He's gotten to Tenpai very quickly. Got a completed run with the dots. And it is Pingfu. It is, in fact, not
Pingfu with,
Pingfu.
oh, it's a
I
3,
feel
4,
like
4, 5, 5.
Okay.
I think
I
it's,
misread that then.
or I did. We get to see in just a second who misread it while I was inputting the names. It's possible it was me. All right.
Tachikawa
Yes.
playing safely.
Okay,
It is Pingfu.
I
Okay,
won.
that is, yes.
And
You're right.
possibly twin sequence Ipeco if the 3 comes instead of the 6.
It was a 3-4-4-5-5 instead of a 3-4-5-5-5, which was important only to me to say why I misunderstood. Ishikawa still just trying to find a way to not throw in at the moment.
Yeah, kind of, but it looks like he's not given up either. His hand, Ishikawa's hand coming up right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It's just 1 away from ready. Just that 2
Still not
character. He's a
completely
little
giving up,
bit.
but still, yeah, trying. He's got a good path.
Maybe that's the wrong make. Okay. the right mic. Okay, I'll just turn it all the way up.
So there are very few 3/6s to be drawn. I feel like we can actually see almost all of them. That's 3 of the 6 of bamboos already in other people's hands. Right, that's all of the 6 of bamboos in other people's hands. And I
So at
think,
least 1 3.
yeah, at least one, maybe even, and one already being used in his own hand.
Watanabe
I
is
think
trying to decide how much risk he wants to take on the first hand of the first game. And yes, these are A rules. The OUI tournament is A rules. The Masters tournament in the spring is WRC rules. Those are the 2 big open tournaments that JPML holds each year.
still not quite Tenpai. So Nishimura is drawing to 1 3 of bamboos still on the deck. And oof, boy, there's Tachikawa also pretty close to ready.
Because he's been rolling it over, kind of mawashi, and not really getting there. There's still actually a fair amount of tiles left in the wall, though. Hi, Tips. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Tips. And yeah, Ishikawa still just dancing around ready. Watanabe also, if he gets to ready, that lone 6 might come out, depending on how he feels about going up against Oya on this first, and that is Tenpai.
Can be. If he feels good about that 4 dot. Looks like he's going to reach it.
He's going for it on this
Waiting for
first
the
hand.
same 6. Oh!
Oh,
Now Watanabe is probably just going to fully give up here with, I would imagine, something like the 4 dot or the 2 character.
he doesn't have a lot of value in the hand.
And he's not
We're
even
pretty
ready
late.
yet.
Yeah.
If you're ready, it's different. Yeah, there goes the 4 dot.
Nice guess, Jen. She reads what he's going to do perfectly. And not Tenpai. So there is still 1 3 of bamboos left in the deck to be drawn by either of the players currently reaching. Tachikawa now giving up.
Everybody is just giving up, so we'll go probably to an exhaustive, yeah, now just an exhaustive draw. Nishimura will remain dealer for 1 more hand.
The final 3 of bamboos does not go anywhere. It was in the king's tiles. 2 players finish Tenpai. And we're off to a peaceful start.
Garth and I did both play in this tournament, by the way. I played in the qualifier on the 16th of November.
For some reason, we oh yeah, it's probably because we're in different leagues. I was playing. Let's see, where was I playing? I was playing at the dojo, I think.
I thought you
Where
played
did you
at
play?
Club Tokyo. Weren't you asking me where Club
You're
Tokyo
right.
was?
Yes. Why did I think I was playing at the dojo? And I definitely asked you where in the world Club Tokyo was.
Yeah, I was down
I
the
was playing at
street
Club Tokyo. Yeah,
at Kinkoso, Yurakucho.
that is just down the street.
Yeah. And I made it to the second round, but not past that.
Me too. I absolutely crushed the first round and used up all of my energy on that first round.
And that's why
Well,
it's
the first
important
round,
to get seeds so you don't have to waste
yeah,
energy.
right. Actually, the first game of the second round, I did also crush it, and then I lost everything.
There are actually a fair
So,
amount of
no.
absences at our qualifier because I think because of influenza. Influenza has been just like tearing through Japan the past few weeks.
Certainly, at least Tokyo. Man, at our daycare, whew, like more than half the kids for like a month. I was just like, did everybody go on a field trip or something? Like, what in the world?
Yeah, it was the very opposite of a field trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought I was going to be table master. At number 13, I love being number 13 in tournaments. I mean, I always have a good result when I'm number 13. And I was going to be the table master for the first time in years because they do it by league now, so higher leagues get to be table master. And
Oh.
and I was going to, and then 6 people didn't show up, so I was the cutoff for not being table master anymore. It's very disappointing.
I did not realize that's how they did it.
It was
Because
like,
I
here.
sure didn't get table master.
Yeah, it's like, here, have a birthday present. Oh, just kidding. Ha ha ha. That's how it felt.
What a pisser. I didn't realize, boy, I don't feel like we had that many absences.
Yes, yeah, it was all the King Koso people. I don't know. It was at my venue. There was JPML and Saikoisen people only.
Interesting.
No other leagues.
Yeah, it seems like lately they do a fair amount of sorting by league, and a lot of times
And
you
by
just end up
org.
being, an organization. So like sometimes you end up being in a qualifier with basically everybody that you're in league with all the time. It seems like, huh.
True.
Hmm.
Sort of a slow start for the second hand. We do have a temp bite for Watanabe, but he's not reach. He's waiting for the middle 4 bamboo, and there's just so many ways he can change the hand.
Interesting. Nishimura, that was a possible con that he had there, right? And wasn't that a
Yeah.
fourth two and he just did not take it. You'll note, of course, this is the A rules.
There, now we'll see reach. There he goes. Waiting for the 1-4 and 3 Dora in Watanabe's hand. That's what he was waiting for. He didn't want to have such a poor weight when he has such high potential for such a high scoring hand.
It's interesting. Oh, okay. So he's working towards the 1-2-3 Sanchoku.
Yeah, in that case,
Nice.
the con would not have helped him at all. Oh, and like
He
Watanabe,
paused?
he could have just won. He could have just reached with that middle 4 weight.
Speaking of things that do not matter in the A rules, there's also no Ipatsu. So in case you're not familiar with the A rules, this is one of the tournaments that JPML plays where we use the A rules. So those are the competition rules, which means that there is no Ipatsu and there is no Uradora. Also, no Kandora.
And no Urakandora.
And no Kandora. It'd be tough to have an Ura with no Kandora.
I think we should
So
play
yeah,
those rules now someday.
that would be awesome. Yes, no Kandora, no Kandora, but we can still have the Ura Kandora.
Yes. What if we played like no Omotedora at all? There's no Omotedora and no Kandora, but we still get Uradora for both of them.
Just choose some random spot in the deck and flip those tiles over.
No, it's still going to be the same spot. It's just that
Just no
the
Omote.
Omotes don't count.
Those would be new and exciting rules.
I'm going to pitch that sometime.
WRZ ND.
Still an Ipatsu in my heart, says Rob, yes. And that's why Garth said it when it happened. But
Yes, we all felt it, even if it didn't actually play. That makes the dealer Ishikawa. Our next Dora is the 5 of dots. Ishikawa's hand is progressing. Draws another indicator, so he could use the Dora if he gets one. Nishimura with a double gut shot using the Dora. Ishikawa will pawn. I don't think that quite makes him ready yet. I think Ishikawa is still one away from ready. There's another pair for Nishimura. Still one away from ready. Ishikawa looking for a pair to make his Atama. He's got the 4 of dots, so he could chi that, but that's not going to be the greatest weight since it is the Dora indicator. He's probably holding on to it just in case he were to draw another Dora. It is living somewhat dangerous. And one away from ready is Nishimura. Watanabe has reached, and I believe is waiting for the, what's he waiting for the, 3-6. Not the 4-7, the 3-6 of bamboos. Throws into Watanabe.
Ishikawa
And
also.
Sorry.
JPML, member of JPML, joined 5 years before Garthe and I.
So Watanabe jumping out to an early lead. Also, as he comes into his turn as dealer. Actually, he drew that winner, didn't he? It's not.
No, Ishikawa dealt into Watanabe.
He dealt in. Oh, okay. Oh, he won the earlier. He drew his earlier hand.
He drew the Mangan hand 2000 4000 with his 3 Dora.
Okay. Oh, that's right. All right. So yes, Watanabe off to a nice start, drawing one of his winners and somebody throwing into him. He is pawned, probably looking for a half flush.
And Ishikawa and Watanabe are 20 years apart in joining JPML. Ishikawa from class of the 17th class, and Watanabe in the 37th class. So, of course, he actually won the 10th Wakajishi. Is that the one we just watched? Maybe in August. We watched it live, I think.
The 10th.
Yeah.
Are we already up to the 10th?
Well, we watched one live, like the most recent one live.
Oh, okay, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Now that you point that out, I do remember there was a live one.
We will be watching the rest live, just like this, but actually even more live than this one.
Really, really live. Watanabe getting one closer to Tempai by pawning the red dragon. Nishimura is pushing a bit, which is why that red dragon came out. Continues to dance around Tempai, but is not quite there. And that is Tempai for Watanabe. He's not actually gotten to a half flush, but he has gotten to ready with the red dragon pawn. pretty straight ahead attack for Watanabe. Didn't have any Yaku at that point or at the point that he pawned the Wests. So players might be reading the fact that Watanabe's hand is not that expensive and may feel like they have some room to push here. One away from ready, Ishikawa. With a possibly huge full straight, complete straight. That is Tenpai for
Single
Nishimura.
weight.
He
Waiting for the
continues to
7
push.
bamboo right now, but it's super easy to change that to maybe a Dora or some other weight.
You get the feeling the other players have read that Watanabe is kind of just pushing with a cheap hand, and it's their opportunity to put a stop to his small run that he's put together in these first two hands.
Possibly. It does look a little bit flushy, though, doesn't it?
It sort of looks fleshy. Well, I guess, yes. We can, from our vantage point, we can see that it's not a half flush.
But I think that the other players are just thinking, well, we just have to avoid discarding the dots, Pinzu.
Which, as it
So they can
happens,
do kind of whatever they want as long as they're not discarding Pinzu.
it is where his weight is. Oh, and there it is. So, Watanabe's straight ahead attack works for this hand.
Yeah, and
Doesn't do a
Ishikawa is
lot of
Tenpai,
damage.
so it's pretty standard to deal in right there.
It's not a lot of damage, but it does allow Watanabe to continue as dealer, which of course he would have had the hand ended and he was Tenpai. So the amount of points doesn't really change that much, except for the fact that Ishikawa is paying out a little bit rather than taking some from the other non-Tenpai players. And Watanabe, not Watanabe, yes, Watanabe. Watanabe continues as dealer.
Continues as dealer. Second turn at dealer now. So it feels like longer because he won a hand before his dealership as well.
So far, this game has been Watanabe, Watanabe, Watanabe. For all we know, it could still be his turn as dealer even now.
And I wonder, we watched the Wakajishi and the OUI tournaments, the U29 tournaments that Watanabe has recently also won. And it gives the younger players so much final table experience. You
That
have to
is
wonder
huge.
if it's paying off here for Watanabe, if he feels like it's paying off.
Yeah, the pressure, it's different once you get to that final table. Suddenly you're in a spot you've never been before.
I mean, I think even if it's not a final table, even just a broadcast table can be really nerve-wracking, even for a lot of pros.
Yeah, no kidding.
Say nerve-wracking, but you spell it wrecking, right?
Really?
Is that how? This is so
Who
important
spells
to
it that way?
Mahjong.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to get our English questions in here too.
I feel like I've seen it.
Or,
Okay, no, it's with the A. Okay, good. I was wondering if it was one of those words, but it's not.
oh no, it
Like
is
people
not.
say chomping at the bit, even though it's champing at the bit.
Yeah, that is one of
So
those
I was
things that
wondering
you
if it
wish
was one
people
of.
would. Yeah, that makes sense. So, 3 Dora uncle for Nishimura, I believe. Yes,
Oh, but there's lots of
and
people on the
still,
internet spelling it with an E, by the way.
oh, there are people.
Yes,
There
that's
are
why I
those
thought
people out
that.
there.
Yes, that must be why I thought it. Okay. Okay, feel vindicated.
Thank you to those people too. So Nishimura has a white dragon triple and 3 Dora, so he wants to get himself to Tempai as quickly as possible. He will not wait for Menzen. He will open up his hand. He's already got the Yaku set with the white dragons. Just needs something to create an Atama, a pair. Or he could still wait for the 6-7 of cracks. It's not the greatest wait since it happens to be right around the Dora indicator. But
There's
still, oh, and
Tempai,
there's Tempai.
the 2-5. The thing about A rolls is there's a lot of cases where the value of keeping your hand concealed is not that great. It's not that great of a trade-off.
Good point. It's interesting. So with he's cheated the 1, 2, 3 of dots, and he doesn't clearly seem to be going for a flush. And so people have got to start feeling like they need to be cautious.
Oh.
Why would he be pushing?
Fills in, Tachikawa fills in the twin sequence and reaches with the Pinfu Ipe Godora 1 weight.
He's on the attack. Doesn't know that Nishimura has a monster. That completes a run for Watanabe. There's not a lot of the 6-9s out there, right?
No,
There's
Ishikawa had a
1-9
chance
here.
to kind of make a wider flush and didn't take it. Just took the safe 1 bamboo discard.
Oh, okay.
He's going for pairs, that's why. I would have really liked to discard that red dragon, but he seems worried about it.
Might be thinking that Nishimura might be looking for the red dragon or something to give him a Yaku,
Yeah.
some value tile. And Ishikawa looks to be giving up. Watanabe also
Linan
probably giving
says
up.
racking with an A is the most common spelling. Yes. Yeah, I think we believe that's correct.
Yes, we have arrived at the A. He does throw that red dragon. So actually, there's still quite a few of the. Oh, but look at that. Instead of the 6-9 for Tachikawa, Nishimura manages to draw his winner. 3 Dorda.
Massive.
And that'll put him in the running for first place, not too far behind. That puts Ishikawa and Tachikawa
Way
much
behind.
further behind. Yeah, much
As we
further
go on,
behind the second and first place players.
as we go into the south round of the first game.
South round, or is this the
Oh, no,
last hand
sorry,
of
that
the
was
East?
Watanabe
Yeah,
was still dealer. Oh, my
he was
bad.
still dealer. Yes,
I mistook the reach
finally.
for dealership.
Okay. They did finally end Watanabe's run as the winner of all hands in this game. Finally, somebody besides Watanabe wins a hand. And that'll take us into the final hand of the East round.
Thank you.
Tachikawa's turn as dealer. Dora is the 8 of dots. Here's a whole bunch of them in Watanabe's hand.
What's your strategy when you get in a position like Ishikawa and Tachikawa are in right now? In A rolls, sometimes when you're that far behind, it just feels helpless. It's like, it's not even that far behind. It's not that many points, but it feels like.
Yeah, it's an interesting point because, here we are we're still in the East round of the very first game. There's no reason to feel like anything is that, game
Hopeless.
over. And yet, yeah, that hopeless. And yet, yeah, like I could feel myself like at this point being like, oh my God, I got to do something. And yet there's a lot of game to go. So I wonder, this is the kind of thing like you were just talking about. If you've had experience in these kind of situations and you may have come back from a situation like this, or you saw somebody else come back from a situation like this in a game that you were, like maybe that calms your nerves a little bit. Watanabe has that experience because he's been on a final table like this before. Not sure about Ishikawa or Tachikawa.
Yeah, sometimes
Certainly,
this feels
yeah,
hopeless already. And like league and stuff, I get really nervous when I get this far behind.
this is the first game, and we haven't completed a whole round yet. It's Tachikawa's chance to get some points, but man, Watanabe has all the Dora. So it's also Watanabe's chance to continue extending that lead. Tachikawa is one away from ready. Not a lot of value, although it'll probably be Pinfu. If he does get to Tenpai, he'll probably reach. Watanabe's still 2 away from ready. And that is Tenpai? Was that Tenpai for Tachikawa? I feel like that was Tenpai. It is, in fact, Tenpai. He's waiting for the 4-7 of cracks. Not huge value, so he's not going to reach. Perhaps he feels like with just Pinfu, he'd rather either just take the cheap win if somebody feels like going for it, or I bet if he draws the 6 of cracks, oh, that's what? Why is my power off? What has happened here? Why?
It says switch mics to his computer.
Why did that happen?
I don't know.
Why would my power just go off?
We can still hear you. It's just a little bit echoey.
There it is. All right.
Okay.
My,
All the
my
players are really close to Tenpai if they I mean, only Tachiko is there right now, but I think every single player is like 1 away. Oh, now it's 1 away. Sorry, 1 away for Ishikawa now.
Watanabe would sure like to get there with all of those Dora. There's an unneeded 7 of cracks. Will it come out and throw into Tachikawa? It will.
He could have. There was an argument to keep it. It gives him a wider. It's the perfect 1 away shape. He wanted to get rid of it probably early, in case
Just in case
Tachikawa
somebody were to reach,
wasn't
yeah.
Tenpai yet. Yeah. He wanted to get rid of it before anybody reached. Unfortunately, Tachikawa was already Tenpai, but it was only 1,500 points, just Pinfu hand.
The Tachikawa gets a relatively cheap win, but it does extend his turn as dealer.
Yeah, but that 23-3 versus 24-8 just looks so different. I don't know, once you get to 23,000, it looks so low. But when you have more than 24,000, well, you're not very far away from 30,000.
Nobody can know besides Watanabe how big a hand they managed to escape from by ending Watanabe's turn there, or by ending Watanabe's run at 3 Dora. In these rules, again, these are the A rules. So anything that creates value in the hand is even more valuable just because you don't have those extra, just random, Ipatsu and Uradora value points. Ishikawa pairs up his white dragon. That's a pair of white dragons and also, I believe, a pair of wests which are his wind seats, are his wind seat. Completes a run using one of the Dorda. And I would expect that we will see Ishikawa Poning any chance he gets. One away from ready, Ishikawa. This creates another open-ended wait for Nishimura. Tachikawa would like a Dorda, create some more value in his hand.
His hand is so wide right now that I think as dealer, he's gonna probably, if he has a good enough weight, he's gonna reach whether he gets the value or not.
There's a pair of red dragons in Ishikawa's hand too, so he could actually end up going for a full flush if he gets all of the value tiles that he might be thinking about aiming for.
Half
Oh,
flush?
interesting. Half flush, yes. Half flush. Wait, Watanabe, though, makes an interesting choice. Was that aiming for Sanchoku? The way he threw from that pair?
He's gonna take another look. Tachikawa is one away with a really, really wide shape. Yeah, it looks like maybe keeping the options for 1, 2, 3.
For 1, 2, 3, and also for possibly Pinfu. As it was, he had a triple of 4s, and his head was going to be, his Atama was going to be the 7 of dots. But we have a reach.
Yeah, Tachikawa had kept that triple of the 9 characters with 2 open-endeds, filled in one of the open-endeds, and is now waiting for that 1/4 character. And chasing reach from Watanabe, waiting for the 2, 3, 5 dot, I believe. Yes.
And instantly throws in. So it's a nice weight. Having thrown from the 2 7s of dots, he improves his weight and gets it E-Pots, even if E-Pots doesn't really matter.
He had the chasing reach, and there's nothing Tachikawa could do except discard whatever wasn't his winner.
So Watanabe, even if he doesn't get that win from the with the 3 Dorda, does end Tachikawa's turn as dealer, grabs a few points, and we'll go into the first hand of the South round with Watanabe in a nice lead, with a nice lead.
Okay, I have a question for you that I already know the answer to.
5.
I'm not even sure if you're going to give me the honest answer, but do you feel the need when you're going to discard something dangerous to like take a couple seconds and pretend like you're thinking about it, even if there's nothing else you would possibly discard?
That's a good question. When do I do that?
Like every time.
Yeah, probably. Besides that, the other thing that's probably going to happen there that's even, more telling than me taking time is that I will put it down slightly more forcefully.
Also, you kind of like have this look on your face like, ugh, I have to discard this.
Deep sigh right beforehand, and then I do it anyway. As if I was really thinking about not doing it, and then I just do it anyway. So it looks like Ishikawa here, or Tachikawa, might be thinking about Kokshi. Certainly collecting outside tiles. The hand is primed for outsideness.
I think it's that 24,000 down to under 23,000 threshold that I was talking about. Got to get those points. Only 21,900, that feels like nothing, even though he's not even quite in last place yet.
Still early. And what do we have? We have 2 away from ready, I think. He's got all outside tiles and honor tiles, but 3 of them are paired up. Is there a world where he starts pawning? He's a white dragon. Perhaps the Wonder Nine of Cracks. And that's
Reach for
Tempai for
Ishikawa.
Ishikawa. Still 2 away from ready with the Kokshi. Of course, with all outside tiles, he does have somewhat give-upable tiles.
It doesn't keep the red dragon, so he is going for Kokshi or bust.
Kokshi or bust. That should be a uniform for some Mahjong team. It's going to be another red dragon.
I have all these t-shirt ideas. Don't take that idea, anybody. That's my t-shirt idea. If you want it, we'll make it together, but don't take it away from me. My other one is all pairs doesn't eat. That's the other one I'm gonna make. Cause you know, like how the youngins now they say you ate.
I do know that now because we discussed that on another
Yeah,
stream.
I think I was talking about the same t-shirt idea.
I learned more doing these streams than there's another Kokshi tile. We'll throw from the green dragon parent. So now I believe he's 1 away from ready. Waiting for a white dragon. And I still keep missing what the other what the remaining tile is. It might be the Nine of Cracks, since we can see a couple of them in Ishikawa's hand. Nope, it's not the Nine of Cracks. It's One of Dots. One of Dots and the White Dragon. And they are still out there. A couple each. Oh, 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 oh. I think we might have Tempai here.
No,
I guess not.
doesn't take it. The 3 bamboo is too scary. Now he could have discarded that 3 bamboo.
Wow. Am I missing something? I mean, there's 2 ones of dots already on the table. He would have been waiting for the one of dots.
He's reading how safe the 1 of dots looks.
Oh, he wasn't waiting
Wait,
for
who
the
has
one of dots.
no.
He was waiting for. Oh, it was the. I'm
9?
sorry, the one of bamboos. Was it the one of
No, he
bamboos?
has one of those too. I think it's a 9 character. Wait, no, he has one of
Well,
those too. Yeah, 1 of bamboos. 1 bamboo. Would have been a
so
great wait after that.
yeah, they
And they
caught
were
on
all
you, right?
discarded, yeah.
Oh, they were all discarded. Okay, so that's why he didn't go for it. All right, so that quickly ends Nishimura's turn as dealer for the first hand of the South round. We'll go into Ishikawa's turn as dealer. He is minus at the moment, but not a huge distance between him and the current second place player, Nishimura, who is in positive territory. Just as a review, in these rules, it makes a big difference whether you're above 30,000 or below 30,000. We have the floating bonus points, which means that if 2 players are above and 2 players are below, then it's just the simple +4, +8, -4, -8. However, if only one player is above or one player is below, the one player by himself gets the 12 points or pays the 12 points. And they're split up between the other players 1, 3, and 8. Yeah. quite Kokushi-ish for Nishimura. Looks more like a half flush at this point. A lot of outside tiles, but a completed triple of, oh, and there's another outside tile pairing up the white dragon. And he will not
I think
obviously
discard
hedge that
the.
the half flush. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's still a hedge there. The one dot. It creates a little bit of camouflage if he decides to
Right.
go for it. He has so many honors, but also look at those middle tiles, the 5 character, and if those pair up, then he's gonna want to just take those, I think.
So a quick
Or
tempai for
they
Ishikawa, yeah.
not pair up, but yeah, open-ended.
Perhaps he was thinking, yes, like the one of dots, throwing that early would camouflage the half flush. But before he can fully camouflage his half flush, Ishikawa gets the tempai and reaches. Didn't look like there was a lot of value in the hand, but it was such a quick tempai that he probably feels like, all right, look, it's my turn as dealer. Here's a chance to get some points.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna
Nishimura,
play that differently when you're dealing, when you're not dealer. I think especially in A rolls. Because you really, it's so much more value to stay dealer as long as possible, and you can't get those extra points from Uradora and stuff, so you have to kind of get those extra points from your dealer continuances.
he gets the win. And you see I mean, certainly the other players thinking that too. Nishimura, it seemed like he had a hand that could possibly have a fair amount of value. And as soon as Ishikawa reaches, you can see him starting to fold pretty quickly. So I missed a lot of the value there. He had Tanyao and Pinfu in that hand too, I think. So Mentan Pinsumo, reach. Pinfu, Tanyao. Pinfu is, I guess we say Pinfu all the time instead of having an English name for that, don't we?
Yeah.
But Tanyao, we do have an English name for that. Simples.
Simples or inside hand. There's a few different names that work.
He drew that winner, so that was 2,600 each. And that puts him into second place. Not only second place, but also in positive territory, also moving Nishimura into negative territory.
And I think that's really your main goal at this point when you have 5 games to play for the whole day. Your main goal in the first game, I think, is to get to a positive score. And if you can't get some extra points, the way that Watanabe possibly will, it's great, but the main goal is going to be to stay positive.
It is such a huge difference just being positive rather than having any negative points.
So you're going to go for those big scores more, I think, when you're in the negative territory and not when you're in the positive territory. You're going to kind of play a little bit more defensively and try and protect that positive score, especially as we get towards the end here.
But cheap wins are definitely worth it. So Watanabe looks like he's one away from ready with Adora. Nishimura's hand, not a lot of value, so probably won't be pushing too much. Ishikawa's hand also not that great. And there's a much better weight for Watanabe. That row of Manzu, he had the 4, 5, 6, 7, adds a 5, so he's now waiting for the 3, 6 of cracks for Tempai, and instead of that, he gets another Dora. So it's not quite Tempai, but it does add some more value to the hand. And I would imagine with the lead he has at the moment, like you just pointed out, he's going to want to protect that lead. He's going to Chi. He has the inside hand. Oh,
Yeah, the basic
confusion.
strategy is sort of try and earn your points in the East round and then protect them with cheaper and quicker wins in the South round. It doesn't always work out like that because if you don't get those points in the East round, you're going to have to try and go for points in the South round. But the initial goal, especially for A rules, I think, is to play in that manner.
Oh, we have an interesting decision depending on what kind of stuff comes out. I wonder if Watanabe. Oh, and that's not Tempai. How does he want to play this? So there's may have been thinking about Sanchoku at some point, but that's no longer a consideration. He's got the two Dora. He definitely wants to use two Dora. He could pawn Dora for Tempai if he gets the chance, but then he doesn't have a guaranteed Yaku because he'd be waiting for the 6-9 of dots. How might he go for Tempai if he gets the chance? How about you in this situation? If you have those two Dora, do you pawn Dora waiting for the 6-9, but obviously the 9 doesn't give you a Yaku?
I really don't like doing that.
There you have it,
I might
folks.
as we get to towards the end of the hand, but I really don't like doing that as my initial strategy.
There's a difference between Jenn and Garthe. I have to say, I don't like doing it. It's true, but in a heartbeat, I will do it.
You probably have a lot more experience winning on that 6 than I do, and I always have an experience of getting the 9 and not being able to win.
Yeah, I have to say, I feel like I've had a lot more experience, or I had a lot more experience winning that way until recently when I've gone for that sort of win. I keep getting into uh, for D10 in that situation. I draw the wrong one, and then, oh, disaster.
Yeah, I can't imagine a scenario where I don't draw the wrong one.
So, like you were pointing out, we're getting sort of late in the hand. Watanabe decides to take Tempai, not with the Dora, so he doesn't have the Mangan either. He is waiting, like we said, for the 6-9. I think another 9 may have just come out, which may have. No. Perhaps there are enough 9s on the table that he figures, all right, there is less and less chance of me drawing the wrong end of this. Watanabe not going for huge points, but enough points. And of course, ending Ishikawa's turn as dealer that he wants to go for it.
The comment, yes, for D10 is painful. I agree. And I know that pain so well. I will do for D10 reach from time to time. I did it actually yesterday at North Kanto. It was the silliest for D10 reach ever. I had 5, 6, 7, 7 character, so I was waiting for the 4, 7, and I had already discarded a 4. I reached and I drew the 7.
Nice. It's one of those things that players not like me, who are looking at what the other players are doing, it's got to ruin their psyche a little bit. What is she doing?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they think that I calculated that or if I just didn't notice as for D10. I noticed in time that I was for D10.
There you
I'll
go.
put it that way. I
Let's
did
put it that
not
way.
win on someone else's 4. Discard.
So Watanabe gets the win and another turn as dealer. And more lead, ending Ishikawa's run. Heading into the last half of this South round, Nishimura, with no more turns as dealer, is going to be looking to get some positive points. Tachikawa, not a lot of value in his hand, but he would just like to get to his turn as dealer without losing too many more points.
Seems like he's maybe shifting to an inside hand as well. Simples.
Like you say, yes.
Right here. Right there. Discards both the ones that he had in his hand and...
Oh, that was Tachikawa's, yes. Adds an open-ended weight to those bamboos. The 3, 4, 4, 5 shape, proving itself again to be powerful. So maybe we'll take that possible outside weight around the Dora. It's interesting. Another value tile for Nishimura. Ishikawa with the possible 789 Sanshoku. Is that what he's looking for? Nishimura looking for a quick win. Would like to inch closer to positive points and also inch closer to the end of the game.
And yes, chat.
About half flush.
Calling Ron from 3010 is very painful.
That's gonna leave a mark.
It's most painful when you do that and they're like, look at this tile, I cheat from you.
Not sure what hurts more, the points or the pride. All right, adding an open-ended weight in the dots for Tachikawa. And around Dora. So possibly adding some value to the hand. So I'll be just not getting the tempai. Adding some possible outs, Tachikawa. But of course, he would like to get to a tempai that allows him to have Pinfu for the most value. There's another open-ended weight for Watanabe. And that is tempai, having having put that 2 in his hand. Doesn't have Pinfu anymore.
It still has Tanya and Adora though.
And Adora. If you can draw it, if you can draw the right end of that, it is, oh no, they're both yes. If you can draw that, it is Mangan.
And that's sort of the sweet spot that you want to aim for, is you don't really have to aim for Hanemon much in these rules. You kind of want to aim for a Mangan Sumo and 5200 if you win on a discard, which is exactly the hand that Tachikawa has created here.
Good value for Tachikawa. Possibly setting himself up for a nice run at the last, as his last dealership and the end of the game. Can he get it?
So do you know why you aim for a Mangan Sumo in most cases?
I mean, I can make up a strategy, but is there a maxim?
There's a theory that it's the least waste. Because it's the last jump that actually doubles your score with one Han.
So Nishimura gets the Tenpai. Not Nishimura, but Nishimura is Tenpai. I believe that was... We just reached. Watanabe just reached. And now Ishikawa reaches 2. And we have 3 players Tenpai. 4 players Tenpai. Everybody's Tenpai. No. Nishimura is by himself, not Tenpai. And looked possibly to be giving up.
Yep.
It is now definitely giving up. All right. As it happens, only 2 players are tenpai. Ishikawa definitely giving up. Two tenpai players having reached, they will either draw their winner or throw into the other player. Tachikawa had a nice shot, but a lot of his 5/8s went to other people's hands. So Watanabe and Tachikawa finish ready. They'll get a couple points for those ready hands, but Watanabe will continue his dealer.
All right, we'll have another South 3.
Pushes Nishimura further away from positive and pushes Ishikawa a little bit closer to negative. Can he hold on for a positive score at the end of this game?
And at this point, Watanabe wants to continue as dealer until Ishikawa is below 30,000. I think those sort of pushing the other players down below 30K is not something that you can just like straight up aim for, but you have in your mind, this is my goal, is to get that player also under 30K. That's an extra 4,000 points for Watanabe if he can do it.
Not the greatest starting tiles. Possible outside hand for Tachikawa. Oh, that's the 6 of bamboos as the Dorda indicator. I could have just looked at the top of the screen there, but I kept looking at the indicator and thinking that was the 9 of bamboos. Ishikawa looking for a 7 of bamboos for that outside hand and value. Of his hand, he's got some difficult shapes. Nishimura will pawn his west seat wind. Nishimura again just looking to get somewhere close to positive, somewhere within positive striking distance. And there's the Dorda. The pawn sends Dorda the outside weight to Tachikawa. That is a huge get. Nishimura is tenpai at the moment. I think waiting for the 2. Yes, it does say he's waiting for the 2 of bamboos. And he gets it. He gets it before Tachikawa can get that outside hand, which was a huge, boy, that was a nice hand. Outside hand, Dorda, and possibly the red dragon would have been Mangan. Instead,
And Nishimura is now across that threshold that I was talking about, the 24,000 threshold.
There you go. Not huge points for the hand, but there were some reach sticks on the table too. And so he is now very close. Doesn't need Mangan to even get to positive points.
No, just 3,900. And depending on where it comes from, it could push, for example, Ishikawa down below 30K, and that would be even more extra points. Whoa, look at.
Oh, Nishimura with a possibly exciting hand.
All he needs is 3,900, but the deck is like, we're going to give you a heavy hand. and make it really difficult. But
Make your dreams bigger.
you might get first place.
So the half flush with all the Dorta there, it's already a lot of value. There's not a real need to push for a half flush unless it were to come naturally.
Yeah, I think you kind of hedge it and then.
Tachikawa filling in the gap, and maybe he will head for the half flush. All right,
no
this is
more hedging half
no
flush.
more hedging half flush. Yes, so he'll take that pair. I think we'll see him pawning anything to advance his hand as quickly as possible. Not only does he have the 3 Dorta, but those 3 Dorta by themselves are a Yaku, already a value point.
You see the half flush in Tachikawa's hand, actually. Even as dealer, he's going to go for that half flush and try and just get a few extra points on his way to continuing as dealer as a goal.
Yeah, Nishimura, if he could get to Tenpai without stealing any tiles and say draw, he's nope.
He's
All right,
going to take it right away. Just
end
one
of
away
that
from ready now.
conversation.
Yeah. Just so much value. He wants to get to Tenpai as quickly as possible. And his Dora are going to remain hidden in his hand. It's going to look like, at surface, maybe Red Dragon. And that's it. Maybe 2 Dora. I think it'll
Depending
be
on what he
harder
gets
to
to
imagine
Tenpai
3.
with, yeah.
Yeah.
If he were to end up pawning the east, though, it's going to look very suspicious for wanting the Red Dragon. The 2 of dots will be relatively unknowable.
Yeah, I do think that the value is pretty well hidden, though. They're going to start noticing I don't see any white dragons on the board, but...
We are still somewhat early in the head, yeah. At some point, people will notice, oh, there's a triple for
Ooh.
Ishikawa.
Just one away from ready for even maybe 3 concealed triples.
Watanabe is already ready.
Oh, and there it comes out. So Watanabe will lock in the first place. Biggest lead. He kind of looks happy, and I like it when the players look happy with the results.
Jenn and Garthe want more happiness, more emotion, more visible emotion from the players when they win.
All right, so those are the standings for the first game. Watanabe in first place plus 22.2. Ishikawa in second place plus 6.0. Nishimura in third place minus 7.3. And Tachikawa in last place. Oh, look it, there's Garth. The commercial.
With the advertisement. Go
Where
play.
He says, I might be American, but I'm a Mahjong player. Or pro. Yes.
Is that what I said in that situation?
Yeah, he said like, Amerikajin na no ni Mahjong no pro or something. I was listening to it today. It was something like that.
Oh, yes. I believe that was copy written by good old Kuroki. I can read other people's copy.
For the most part. All right, I think we're ready to take a quick break. We will show you, we will play one more, or we'll cover one more game for free here on the normal English channel for all viewers. And then from the third game, we're going to switch over to a members only stream, which means you have to be a JPML Superfan in order to watch that. So, yes.
It is a bit special that we get to do 2 games for free this time, right? But
yeah, I think so. I did check that the Japanese free broadcast was 2 games, so we're gonna show 2 for free and then switch over. Since theirs is behind a paywall, we have to put ours behind a paywall as well. Not much we can do about it.
yes,
But
no, you don't get the English just because it's English. You don't get it for free for some reason. I think.
Yeah, it already happened. They don't put it up for free for like a whole year. So, all right. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick break, refresh our drinks, and
Yes.
be right back.
More water. And we're back. Jen has listened to me complain about being old since I fell this morning. But we are back to see the second game of the OUI Final.
Which
In the
took
first
place
game,
yesterday.
Watanabe
Took place
yesterday.
yesterday for us, so it was like it happened like about almost 24 hours ago.
So it's still sort of happening today for you.
Yeah,
in a
it's
manner of
still
speaking.
very recent. It's still the same Sunday for y'all, most of y'all.
It's practically today.
Practically today. All right, shall we get into it?
Let's go. Second game of the OUI Final. Watanabe has taken first in the first game. He shared positive territory with Ishikawa. Tachikawa did not have a lot of luck. He had some nice hands, but the other players got to their wins more quickly. So Tachikawa in a bit of a hole at the moment. Watanabe with a nice starting lead. Still 4 games to go, though. A lot of time for both Tachikawa and Nishimura to make up the ground they've lost in the first game. Tachikawa will be the first dealer. Currently, a lot of value in everybody's hands. Watanabe has possibly using Dora here and some pairs. Tachikawa, his first turn as dealer, would like to have had some better shapes. We're adding a pair. That completes a run for Watanabe. He's now 1 away from ready. Watanabe certainly with the fastest hand. That's not helpful. Would really like the 7 of bamboos so that he can use Dora. It'll be interesting to see what he does for reach, or what he does if he gets the Tempai without the 7 of bamboos. He'll take that double gut shot.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Lock in that Dora. Either side is fine.
Nishimura filling in a gap. Not Nishimura. Ishikawa filled in a gap. And, oh, that's not really useful as Sanchoker. Got that. Oh. Our Roomba is informing me that somehow it's gotten its wheels aloft. That improves a weight for Tachikawa, but he's still got a ways to go to get to ready.
And Tetsuko is doing some interesting, like, hand slimming. He's kind of doing... He's definitely not going for the most efficient route. Looks... Yeah, it seems like he was keeping kind of the outside tiles a bit. Maybe hedging an outside hand and also keeping some safer tiles. All right, there's that 7, and there's reach.
Watanabe continues to run pretty well, getting to Tempai nicely using Dora. He's got the open-ended weight. Two of his 7s are
Oh, and he draws another. Look at all these wasted ipatsus. Total waste.
So not a huge hand, but like we said before, like about the A rules, 1,000, 2,000, or even say 1,300, 2,600 is a fairly considerable amount of points with these rules. No Uradora, no Ipatsu. If you can get 3 hand points in your hand, that is going to create some good value. And Watanabe jumps out to an early lead in this second game too. Ishikawa, the other player who finished positive in the first game, is now dealer. And Watanabe, will he be going for a half flush? Throwing the 7 of bamboos early does seem like he's hedging for it. Dorda is the east wind. Would also make it easy to use that if he could get there. Not a very helpful draw. It is another outside tile, though. Could he be thinking of Kokshi? Moving in that direction, perhaps. There's another pair for Ishikawa. Ishikawa has a fair number of pairs. He is dealer, so... Oh, and there's another outside tile for Watanabe. Still hedging Kokshi. Ishikawa as dealer. A lot of times the theory... and Ishikawa throwing Dorda early. Oh, once again... Oh, God, I am so silly. That is not the Dorda indicator.
Dora is north and not east.
And we get the East Pon. And that is the end of Kokshi for Watanabe. He will very suspiciously think for a while now that all of the Easts are gone. And will throw his first outside tile. Wonder if that will be any indication to the other players about what he had been trying to do. Or if they will think, oh, is he going for a half flush in the cracks? He does have one completed group there, but not much else at the moment. An interesting pair for Nishimura. Moving more towards the inside hand. It's a sort of powerful 5, 6, 7, 8 shape. Can get a nice weight out of that, perhaps, and he'll hold on to that. Another pair for Nishimura. What a pain in the neck this hand has turned out to be. And he'll throw from a pair. He will not take the 7 pairs Ishanten. One away from ready. He'd rather go for the inside and possibly Pinfu hand. There's the improved weight that we were thinking about for Ishikawa. Now is the possible gut shot or pair weight. Ideally, he fills in the gut shot and can get Pinfu. Not yet. Oh, there's another pair. It's going to be tough to decide where to throw to go for the pairs. Oh, filling in a gap. Watanabe. Watanabe continues to run good. Tachikawa, one away from ready here. Just looking to prevent further descent into... Oh, there's a Dora for Watanabe.
I'm just gonna go for completely all pairs, no hedging of any sequences whatsoever now. With that
Having
Dora.
thrown away a pair, yeah, having thrown away a pair already. Now he's gonna change tack.
Yeah, according to Twitch friend Icy. That's the sacrificial pair.
In order to get to
Yeah.
Tempai, you have to handicap yourself. All right, one away from ready with the half flush. There is Tempai waiting for Dora. He gets to the Tempai he would have probably had anyway, and Watanabe could get himself in trouble if he finds himself tempted. Man, if he draws the white dragon, will North come out? Nishimura looking to give himself some positive points. Waiting for Dora. There is only one out in somebody else's hand. And Watanabe will also wait for Dora. That's Tempai for Ishikawa. Sorry, Tempai for Tachikawa. And we have some battling going on. I don't think either Tachikawa or Ishikawa are going to throw Dora if they draw it. And that'll be the win for Tachikawa. So he decides early that he's just going to go for a quick win. And it does pay off. Prevents Watanabe from running away with a bigger lead. Also gets himself back to positive. The points don't seem that huge at the moment, but it could be a big deal. Like we were saying, in these early games, you really just want to keep yourself positive rather than accumulating any negative scores.
Yeah, you don't want to take big chances to get big positives, I think. You want to, if you get the chance to get a positive, then you just take it, but you don't want to take a lot of big risks, I think is the general consensus.
Yeah, and having gone for it, he did prevent the possibly gigantic winner for Watanabe. Mangan there would have been really extending the lead for Watanabe. So a nice defensive, cheap win for Tachikawa. Moves the dealer to Nishimura. Ishikawa with a couple pairs, some gut shots, outside weights. Really hoping for some nicer developments. Tachikawa gets another pair. There's an open-ended weight for Ishikawa, having just thrown the 9 of bamboos. He will hold on to that open-ended weight, though. That's a move that I think a lot of players probably shy away from. Having, for example, thrown, oh, look at that, works out perfectly. Having thrown the 9 from the 8-9 shape, the next thing they draw is the 7. And you're like, oh, I'm free 10. I'd screw it. That is still an open-ended weight, and you
Yeah,
don't have to. What
it's
were you gonna
really
say?
tough to decide, I think. Sometimes you do just want to discard it.
Right?
It's really going to depend on
Um,
the rest of your hand, and
I certainly lean more that way myself. But you saw it. You saw it here. Accepting that 7 of bamboos immediately after having thrown the 9 still has paid off for him. Here we are 2 away from ready. Nishimura. Perhaps thinking of the 3-4-5, 2-3-4 Sanchoku. 3-4-5. He threw from the 2-3 of cracks, I believe. What was it? 2-3 of bamboos. Threw from an open-ended weight. So certainly aiming for something specific. There's another triple for Ishikawa. He threw from the 2 of bamboos, looking perhaps for the 3-4-5 Sanchoku.
You kind of hold on to that extra 3 bamboo and the 3-5-6 shape longer, I think, in A rules than you would in other rules.
You think because of the possible Sanchoku?
Because of the possible Sanshoku, because the value for Sanshoku is much higher in A rules.
Right.
Relatively. And also the risk is generally not as high as in other rules of keeping one tile towards the middle.
So here's another one of those 4s that he wants for his Sanchoku. There's another one of the 4s, and that Sanchoku dream is very thin at the moment. Gets the other one. Still one away from ready. There's a lot of pairs in Tachikawa's hand. Nabe is also one away from ready. No value in it, and that is ready. Waiting for the 7 of cracks. Tanyo? There is a possible switch to Sanjoku if he draws the 8 of bamboos.
And that switch is worth a lot considering he can still win without reaching. If he had to reach to win, then we might see a different play here. But he has the Yaku and Tanyao. So the way that you're going to play that and whether you wait for upgrades or not is often going to change depending on if you have a Yaku to win with.
Here's a Dorda that is not easy to use for Nishimura. He'll throw from the relatively safe red dragon.
Kane York says, Roan in Furiten is a chombo if you reveal your hand and a dead hand if you catch it and don't. Right, in these rules, absolutely that would be the case. In open tournaments, JPML open tournaments that include non-pros, that's the rule. If you say Roan, but do not reveal your hand, then it ends up as a dead hand. But if you reveal your hand for Roan and it's not a Roan or it's Furiten, it's always going to be a chombo.
So Nishimura he completed a run. No, he didn't complete a run. He drew the 7 of cracks, which goes more nicely with the Dorda that he has. And he throws from that 7-8 of bamboo, of dots. I guess we are fairly late in the hand.
Also in the member-only stream, we have Whirlwind64. Welcome. Lunch break mahjong. How is everyone? What have I missed? We are in game 2 of the OUI Final Table. Game 2, up to game 2 is offered on a free stream, and then we'll switch to this members-only stream that you are in for the remainder for games 3, 4, and 5. We are very happy to have you. So far, in first place is Watanabe. And second place is Ishikawa. Third place is Nishimura. And fourth place is Tachikawa. And you're
So we have a
watching
bunch
them
of
now.
players.
Yeah, all
getting to
players
Tenpai
Tenpai.
at the end here. Watanabe had a decision about what he wanted to do, but he draws Dorda, unfortunately for him, and decides to give up on Tenpai. And that sends a winning tile to Nishimura from Tachikawa. All the players were Tenpai, so it was fairly likely that anybody besides Watanabe was going to fold pretty quickly. I'm sorry, Watanabe was the one player who was going to fold very quickly, and the other players were going to keep pushing, and that means that Tachikawa does throw 5,800 into Nishimura as dealer.
So Nishimura will get another shot at East 3.
And that makes Tachikawa's time in positive territory, again, very brief. Not quite a lot of luck yet for Tachikawa.
Yeah, I think Tachikawa's been having the roughest time of all the players of the table so far. He had a really great reach that ended up dealing in. Oh, you're Vaporous. Hello, Vaporous. Okay, that is odd, but welcome. We know who you are now. Yes.
All right, some outside possibilities, or at least 7, 8, 9 possibilities. Possible Sunchoker. Dora is the east wind. And there's a pair, not exactly where he wanted it if he was going for the outside hand. We'll keep hedging for it. And also possibly create a 2 of bamboo's trap, if he can get to Tenpai waiting for that. There's another outside tile. We'll take it for the moment and get rid of that 2 weight in the bamboos. Not a lot of improvement for Watanabe's hand. There's an inside tile, and dreams of creating some interesting value in that hand are definitely shifting. We're back in flux.
In flux. It's a short word, but it sounds like a big word. In flux.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well,
Ooh, nice fill in. Middle
yeah.
4 for that double gutty.
I had been thinking this was going to be more of an outside hand, and that was sort of more decided. But once it becomes less decided, things are back in flux.
Like
Things could go
a
this way or
limbo-ish
that way.
thing?
A little bit limbo-ish, yes. You could
Okay.
use limbo also.
Okay.
There's another pair for Ishikawa. Might have been some doubt as to what his pair would be. With that 2-4-4-4-6 shape, you can get a fill in with the 3 or 5. You could also use that as a run and a pair. But with other pairs in the hand now, he's going to lean towards just using that as a triple. Hachikawa's hand is just not coming together simply.
He's very he definitely kind of aims for certain shapes more. I think he has more of a Kimeuchi sort of style than other players. He doesn't keep it. It might be because he's having a rough time of it, so he wants to slim his hand down as much as possible, but he doesn't really like hedge as much as possible and keep the hand as open and efficient as possible. But it's all very deliberate. It's not it's a little bit different style of play than you're going to see from Watanabe, I think.
Right. Like, I guess it's not really fair to say it's inefficient, but it's more looking for creating value rather
Creating value
than
and also kind of like keeping not keeping the dangerous tiles for too long. So it's kind of doing both, which loses efficiency, but it can be very effective if things are going well for you.
And you can see this is a perfect example of it. He would be tempai here if he had taken sort of, in theory, the more efficient route. But perhaps he's thinking about that full straight in the Manzu. If you could get there, it would be some nice points.
And part of it is still the East round, and he needs points, so this is a good time for him to try and build that value without losing too much in potential. And he can easily fold and doesn't have to deal in. And other players are also going to have a little bit slower hands than in the South round, so it's a good time to build value.
Nishimura's one away from ready, but he just does not want to let go of that Dorda.
I think we might see it come out when he gets ready, but he has to be tempai first.
He did play a little bit more inefficiently by not throwing Dora earlier. And maybe hedging towards giving up at this point. Late in the hand, he may be feeling like he just cannot get there. He does have positive points at the moment. Maybe feeling like he really just wants to get to the end of this round. Actually, this is still the East round. Interesting that Nishimura is playing this tight. Oof. Poor Tachikawa, having tried to aim for points, just keeps getting the stuff, keeps getting the uramen, as they say. The other choice keeps coming.
Backfire. We like to call it the backfire.
Backfire, yes, that's a good word for it. And Nishimura will make an interesting chi, looking to try to get to tempai. Still just does not want to throw Dora. Will we see the white dragon come out from Ishikawa? Nope. So there is one more white dragon. And I think we might get to the end of this hand without... Oh, all right, there's...
No, it's not.
Nope, that's still not tempai.
It's still not tempai. It's one
No
away.
Akama. And he will give up on tempai. Only one more draw, so not a lot of reason to push there. He'd have had to throw Dora. And can...
That would be
there's
tempai, and he was
tempai.
able to use that Dora even.
So Nishimura will save his turn as
There
dealer.
would have been tempai if he hadn't given up one draw before.
But of course, he would have had to throw Dora. And would have ended up throwing
I don't know if he
into...
would have had to discard Dora. He could have discarded the 1-2 characters.
7. Oh, all right. And the Dora would have been... You would have been
what did
waiting
he
for just a
pair
Dora.
up?
Okay.
Yeah, he could have made it a Dora Tonki, I think.
Missed.
That's the last tile that came in.
7 of cracks was the last tile that came in.
Okay, so he would have had to, like, luckily discarded the 8. Oh, no, he would have had to discard Dora in that case.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. I thought he filled in an open-ended. I totally got that wrong. He paired up at the end.
So, yeah. As it turns out, the safe play pays off.
Yeah, generally you don't want to discard Dora at the last discard.
Yes.
That's 2 extra Han if it deals in.
And it's so much better having given up earlier than to get to that. You push a little bit and you get to a spot where then you've pushed, and then you feel tempted, like, well, I got to Tempai now. I mean, why did I push the draw before if I'm not going to take Tempai now that I got it? Having given up earlier, did not put himself in a situation where he had to make the tough decision.
Yep, decision was
And it
already
pays
made.
off.
I hate Watanabe's hand. There's too many blocks. Like, it totally looks like it could be a flush. If not for all the extra 2 blocks.
That decision there from Tachikawa really reminds me a lot of kind of things that I've felt lately playing poker too.
Ooh, went away for Sanshoku too.
Yeah, nice possible hand for Watanabe.
I mean, it is a nice hand. I just don't like it.
Hand selection in poker, like just not choosing to play weak cards in the first place, so that then when you do sort of get the weak possible, you get an okay flop, then you have to start making decisions about whether, oh, all right, so now is my hand good enough to go for it? If you just fold that hand in the first place, you don't have to make that tough decision. I like that decision from Tachikawa to give up a little bit early instead of having to make that tougher decision later.
So Watanabe chose to discard the 6 bamboo, keep the 5 in case he gets the 4 for the 3-4-5 Sanshoku. But in case he doesn't, then he'll have that nicer weight of the 1-4 bamboo instead of the 4-7.
Is Tachikawa, you can't be thinking about going for a flush here, a half flush.
If you want to see Jenn discard a completed run. Oh. Oops. Sorry. Keep going. No one saw.
Were you going to say if we wanted to see you discard a completed run, it would be in this situation where you would have a half flush?
No, you can watch the Ikusa team battle from Friday. I played on the broadcast table in game 2. And I definitely gave up an entire 2-3-4 in the dots, I think. For a flush.
Speaking of the Sanshoku that Jenn was just talking about, oh wow. And Nishimura will go for reaching with his gut shot.
Yeah, the 4 bamboo. As dealer, though, that's a lot of pressure from the dealer. But he is also against a reach with Watanabe, which is
a chasing reach. And he also had a Yaku, so he didn't need to do it. The weight could have improved. Oh, but he's already got the, I believe it's Nakasuji? Oh, it's Nakasuji in other people's hands. But that means that he ends up throwing the winner to Watanabe. Not a huge hand, but it does send points to Watanabe, already in the lead.
He had that 3-4-5 Sanshoku completed in the bamboos and the characters, but not in the dots, and he ended up winning on the 6 instead of the 3. Otherwise, it would have been a lot more expensive.
Yes, he probably sighed audibly and said, okay, fine, I'll win on that tile. Nice starting hand for Watanabe. 2 away from ready with 1 completed run and some nice shapes. Could have a move towards Sanshoku or all simples. We'll see how it starts to pan out. There's another gut shot for Nishimura. There's another pair for Watanabe. So now 2 away from ready with even better shapes. not the ideal shape for using Dora. That's the one place where he would like a little help with a nice draw. That continues not to be using Dora. He's two away from ready, but not using Dora. How will he play this? Will he throw from one of the pairs? He will. We'll hedge towards using Dora. We'll also have the possible double run in the bamboos. Completes the run, still not using Dora. Imagine if he gets the tempai with the 5 or 8 of bamboos, he will be discarding Dora. It is his turn as dealer, especially this early. He will probably say, I'll take the tempai and possibly the cheap win. Tanabe gets the tempai with the most annoying possible tempai. Well, any of those pairs would have been annoying, and he will go for using Dora. Throws from the pair of the 7 dots pair. Really wants to use Dora. There's another Dora for Nishimura. So will Watanabe, not taking tempai immediately, open the door for somebody else to catch up? Well, he's thrown from the 7 of dots, and now he's waiting for the 5, 8 of dots. Having thrown them in that order, he may disguise a bit his desire for the 8 of dots. Would have been much more suspicious had he thrown Dora first and then thrown the 7 of dots. So he'll take this tempai and reach. Tachikawa will not hold on to a triple of his own wind, the south. Figures it's safe, so he'll go for it. Watanabe just threw Dora for reach, so Nishimura will throw that as a safe tile. Tachikawa giving up. Throwing from his triple of souths, his value tile. He's clearly not going to make an effort to win this hand. Watanabe is already in the lead for both this game and the overall standings. The other players might be thinking, look, this is just not my time to put up a big fight. Watanabe's just thrown Dora, so they might be thinking, well, all right, it's a cheap hand. Let him have this.
That is just 1 away now for Tachikawa as well. Possible 3-sided weight if you can get that 4 filled in.
It's another one of the 5 8s going somewhere else, especially so Nishimura looking like he's given up already. That will not be coming out of his hand.
Hello, Vala. On last Wednesday, Garth was unavailable, and I had to record a different show, so we did not do last Wednesday. We will be doing this Wednesday, as usual. Normally scheduled Wednesdays.
On.
Yeah, this is actually was live about 24 hours ago. So this is our almost live, not JPML Select, but actually a basically live title match, the OUI tournament.
Live-ish.
Yeah, we did talk about it, but we didn't advertise as well as we should have. We will, for the futures, we will be streaming live the finals for WRC final tables, WRCR final table, Ranwa, and also future Wakajishis and Orai tournaments. Possibly also maybe like something like Grand Prix and Masters in the spring.
I feel like there are maybe just 1-8 left to be drawn
For Watanabe and the
for
dots.
Watanabe. Yeah. Um, there are already two 5 discards in Ishikawa. No, in Nishimura's hand. Discards here. Very early on, he threw 2 5s. Here's another 8. Another 7. Would somebody be tempted to throw out the 8? All those 7s of dots. There's the last 8. Ishikawa giving up. Don't see
Oh, it
that. Oh,
goes
it
out.
will come out. He thought that 7, so that was
I thought he's
3 7s of dots. He thought it was a big enough wall.
yeah. It's interesting because he actually wasn't that close to Tempa either. You see that
Yeah,
a little bit more like trusting the walls and the one chances like that when you're Tempai, you're very close to Tempai. I guess he didn't feel like he had anything else he could reasonably discard safely. And Watanabe, I think, trying to hold back a smile a little bit. I'm not sure, but it looks like that to me.
try not to smirk.
Well, I mean,
And,
no, I mean, probably just very genuinely happy that he's
right.
doing well at the final table. Not everybody smiles
Yes,
vindictively. Sometimes
I
people
do.
are just
Yes.
happy.
Sometimes people are not as big jerks as I am. So Watanabe holds on to his turn as dealer, grabs a few more points, extends that lead that he built up in the first game. Dora is the 9 of cracks. Tachikawa has thrown the 8 of cracks early since he already has 2 of them in his hand. He has 2 west tiles too, so it's not quite ideal for poning at the moment. I think there was one other pair there, but maybe still too early to consider poning anything. Oh, there's only one pair. Still 2 away from ready. I think if he gets to ready, whatever that weight is, he will be reaching. Needs points and would like to scare some other people off.
Alice says they
If he can do it.
smile ominously.
Setting himself up for a Suji. Not really trap, but perhaps somebody might throw Dora if he gets too ready with that weight. There's a nice add-on. In the 4-5-5-6 shape, he gets the 4, so it could have a possible double run in the bamboos. Another non-useful tile for Tachikawa. 2 Dora. He would really like to get to ready. This is a big chance for Tachikawa to, not a big chance, but better chance than he's had for a while to get some points. Adds another pair. Not quite what he was looking for.
Yeah, when you're not going for all pairs and you start getting too many pairs, it feels like you have to just completely change your strategy a lot of times. You get stuck with a lot of dangerous tiles.
So Ishikawa will look to advance his hand and maybe just win a quick one cheaply to end Watanabe's turn as dealer. That completes a run for Watanabe. Scooby sees a ghost. I cannot see what Scooby thinks he's barking at. This adds an open-ended weight for Watanabe. Also, is there a road to Sun Joker? It's got a lot of 6, 7, 8 tiles, but I think there are already some other runs completed that make it feel less likely. Nishimura getting another pair. He threw from that 5 of bamboos. I think Nishimura is already giving up. Ugh, a very unhelpful Dora for Watanabe. Still, he's one away from ready with the inside tiles. He might throw Dora here. Nope, he's going to set up his tile. He's going to set up his hand, so he needs to use Dora. Doesn't want to risk throwing that in any situation he gets the Tempai. There's another one of the 7s that Watanabe needs to get to Tempai.
And Watanabe's in a position where he has like the luxury to do that. I think you don't always when you have to win more. He can afford to just win when it's worth points, even as dealer.
That is Tempai for Ishikawa. He gets there with the cheap hand. Oh, 2 Dora. Watanabe continues to run good. Will he get to Tempai and reach and force Ishikawa into a tough decision? Ishikawa waiting for the 4-7. Here are almost half of them.
He has
Or 7 of dots.
just Green Dragon and 1 Dora. That'll get him close enough to have a really good shot at being above 30k at the end of the game. And he was above 30k at the first game too. In the first game too. So that'll be an important sort of step.
Nishimura is looking to give up. He's thrown some pairs already.
Not completely giving up.
Not completely,
locks
yeah.
in a
It's interesting
sequence.
It's interesting because he threw from the 4-4-5-5-6 of bamboos and then eventually drew that other 6.
6 just passed. Surely it'll pass again. Nope. Not gonna risk it.
It's some interesting discarding. Oh wow, and the full straight would have come for Watanabe, or at least the Tempai would have come for Watanabe.
And there's the winner tile for Ishikawa. Very
That'll
small.
take us into the south round. A small win, but like
he
you
didn't
say,
have a Dora. It was 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry. I thought it was 7, 8, 9. It was 6, 7, 8. So he did not actually have a Dora. Just 1,000 points plus 1 continuance.
was really just looking to kick that turn as dealer, as they say in Japanese.
And
Tobasu.
that's very important.
Yeah, it's especially with Watanabe already out in the lead. You just don't want to let him have his way with the tiles. So Tachikawa gets his second turn as dealer this game. Nishimura fills in or completes a run. He has a nice hand. Watanabe's hand doesn't have a lot of value at the moment. Well, it could have value. He has a completed run with 1 Dora and a possible white dragon action. He is in the lead. I would imagine he's going to pawn the white dragon if he gets a chance.
He just needs what we call a sticky one away. If something sticks to that 5 bamboo or the 5 character, then he's Tempai, but
No
without
Yaku.
any Yaku, just 1 Dora.
What will he do to get to Tempai? Oh, all right. There's a much nicer shape. Or there's the possible Sanchoku. He hedges for
Still, you
Sanshoku.
can still hedge the Sanshoku. Generally, you have that fake open-ended 3-4-5-5 shape. The 3-4-5-6 shape is a better shape, especially for sticking tiles to it.
Yes, so much. I wanted to use that word stick, just like you had used earlier. So a lot of nice possibilities for
Oh,
Watanabe.
another Dora for Tachikawa. This might be the hand that Tachikawa needs to make a comeback.
Start turning stuff around. Nishimura just looking for some way to create value in his hand. Oh, not Tempai. So the other route, the other answer came, and there was no rejoicing. Tough break for Watanabe. Chose what both Jenn and Garthe seemed to think were the right decision. But the other choice came. And it allows Tachikawa to start catching up. Also Ishikawa catching up. Both completing runs this draw, and that's again just not an exciting tempi. So far, I feel like for the first time in this final table so far, Watanabe having a bit of bad luck. The decision he made not working out, like so many of his decisions have so far.
That's a reach for Tachikawa, dealer. Shabo weight, 7 character, and the 5 dot. Not easy to win on. One of the more difficult Shabo weights. You have a Dora pair, and then the 7 character. 7s are notoriously difficult to win on. They are so useful to everybody, and also seem so dangerous for everybody.
So Watanabe, having missed his tempai, now has a decision. Do I keep pushing against a little bit? He's going to push a little bit. Take that chance, hoping. Yeah, like you say, Tachikawa with the not very good weight, just hoping that perhaps as dealer, this is going to scare other people off. another wrong draw for Watanabe. Does it convince him to finally give up? Certainly no reason to think that the 2 might be safe. You can see 2 3s of bamboos out there. That's hardly enough to really become a wall. Watanabe still hedging perhaps for the 3-4-5 Sanchoku. He threw that 6 of dots and does not get there. That would have been the nicer weight, but is now giving up. So I don't see, yes, also Ishikawa clearly giving up. Nobody anymore has a real shot at Tempai.
Yeah, and you have to think, I mean, nobody's going to deal in with that 5 dot for sure. The 7. Oh, he draws the 7.
Does draw the 7.
And that's his last winning tiles in the deck. And that is definitely what he needed. It'll be 3,900 all.
And so an interesting
Wait, 4,000.
play.
Wait, needs some Dora Dora. There's no continuance. Why did I... Did he have a triple that I missed? He
Yeah,
must have had a triple that I missed.
I sure missed seeing where all that value came from.
We had 2 Dora, so it needs Sumo Dora, but
Oh, okay. And so then,
I just forgot what his
yeah.
triple was, I thought. And they're just taking a quick break, it looks like.
Watanabe perhaps feeling like he everything could have been very different had he held on to that 5 of cracks and been able to reach.
Just jump right to the next hand after Tachikawa came back.
Nice.
And they do that at final tables. They take a break a lot more often than you'll see at normal league matches. There's a lot more pressure. Sometimes at league matches and things. I had a triple of 8s, but triple of 8s.
And he drew the triple, so that would be 2.
That'd only be 10, so he said a pair of value
Yeah.
tiles, I think.
Oh, okay. So Watanabe, with an
Oh,
unfortunate
he had
choice.
Tanyao, my bad. And needs Tanyao Sumo Dora. He had Tanyao.
Oh, wow. Balls out.
Dum 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 dum. That's about Jen, not about anyone else. I just
Watanabe
thought it
missing
was 4.
tempo.
Yeah, it was 5. It was 5 Han, sorry.
Watanabe missing tempai opens the door for Tachikawa, and Tachikawa makes the best of it. Mangan to tie with Watanabe for first place in this game and actually get himself just about even with the other 2 players that did not, the other 2 players that did not win the last game. So we do have Watanabe quite a bit out in front with a big lead here, but that could change very quickly if Tachikawa can push him into negative territory.
The only reason he's so far ahead right now is he's the only player that has 2 positives right now on the board. Of course, game 2 is not decided yet, so that could easily change in the next 3-4 hands.
There's another open-ended wait for Tachikawa. A lot of possibility here. Another nice chance to create to grab some points. Got the inside hand using 1 Dora and possibly Pinfu too. Nishimura looking for the 2-3-4 Sanjoku. Right around Dora, but he will not accept it. Holds on to that more efficient shape. Here's a nicer draw. Ishikawa with another. Oh, that's gonna be 1 closer to that Sanjoker.
Nice 3-sided wait for Watanabe now. Get a lot easier for him to push against his dealership. Let's reach for Tachikawa. Nishimura fights back. He takes Tempai with a South Pone.
So once again, waiting for that 7 of cracks.
But the 1-4 dot wait for Nishimura will win first. Those middle Shabo weights are so tough.
Once again, hoping that the reach would convince other players to give up. But it was just late enough so that
He loses his dealership, but
Nishimura?
he's still actually in a very good position to try and take first place in this game and make up for his negatives. He's Still only 2,300 points behind first place.
So that was a win by Nishimura, right?
Nishimura won from
wow.
Tachikawa for 1,300.
Very nice. And just having been just barely negative, that is a big win for him to nearly get into positive territory in the overall standings.
Okay, well, back to work for Vapor. Good, work hard.
Thanks for stopping by, Vapor.
They will come watch the VOD later.
Darn work. Completing a triple, Ishikawa. That's the white dragon. That'll count as a value point. Ishikawa's dealer. Excuse me. He's got the gut shot for the Dorda. I would imagine if he has a chance to chi that, he's going to take it.
And that
If
makes
the
a
Yaku
double
already
gutty with a
decided.
pair on the end. For Watanabe. Watanabe keeps getting nice shapes.
Wait, everybody with the gut shot for the Dorda. There's a weight improvement.
Just let the floating 3-dot go. He wants to fill in that Dora, but with the 3 bamboo as the Dora indicator, it's really tough to fill in that 2-3-4, that 2-4 shape waiting for the 3.
Oh, Watanabe gets another
Yeah.
pair.
He has the same shape in his hand, 2-4 waiting for 3. All right, that's actually a much better shape, and he will just let the 2 go. Keeps the Dora just in case the 5 sticks to it. But really, he's standing on a Dion Peiko hand.
It was interesting. 3 players had that 3 of bamboo's gut shot. Tachikawa is the first player to decide I give up. If I get to Tenpai, I will throw Dora.
I mean, it's a really, really nice hand without the Dora.
Could still use Dora.
He could pair
Depending
up
on
the
what he gets
5
for
could come.
Tenpai, yeah.
If it pairs up, he'll go for the all pairs hand.
And here we can get back to our discussion, our ever-present discussion of how tragically undervalued Dion Peiko is.
Yes.
And Ishikawa gets that gut shot. Using Dora. Now 1 away from ready. Watanabe fills in a gap. Oh, decisions.
I mean, this is one of the
What
reasons
to
why he
do.
kept the Dora. No, apparently not.
Oh, interesting.
He will go for only all pairs or Dion Peiko. It might be because of that red dragon pair in his hand, because the hand cannot become Pinfu.
Good point. And here comes the other Dora.
Yeah, Watanabe
all the
pairs his
Dora-
up first.
That is all the Dora accounted for.
On! The white dragon by Ishikawa.
Doesn't get to
Still
Tenpai,
not,
though.
yeah, not quite ready. 1 away.
The double gutty and the single gutty. Nishimura throws from his possibly open-ended weight. I guess he's thinking about the 2-3-4 Sanshoku. That continues not to be Tenpai for Tachikawa. Keeps that wide open. Oh, it would have been a run, but he's not going to take it. And a little closer to Tenpai, completes a triple.
Yeah, Tanyao, he can pon, he can chi.
Oh, he would have liked that 3. Watanabe really close to Tenpai, but surprisingly, really close, but surprisingly far. There's no more Dora for him. First of all, there's no more 3s for him. Second of all, right, he'll take that one.
Yeah, that's the chi that he's waiting for the 3, but he can easily change. If he draws a 5, I think there's still a couple 5s left, maybe. Maybe one, at least 1, 2. Oh!
There it is. Ishimura was
Will not be fooled by the... Oh, you already cheated 2, 3, 4, so you must not need another 3.
I think Nishimura is giving up. He does still have another turn as dealer coming. You may feel like he just does not need to push. He got those points, a few points last hand to get into positive territory. Oh, he will throw it.
Came out!
Interesting. That is a tough 3,900 points, having worked that hard to get a couple thousand and into
Positive territory.
plus territory. Yeah, like it is his turn as dealer. Can he turn this ship around? A huge win for Watanabe, putting himself back in the lead and pushing Nishimura into negative territory. Ishikawa looking for some points to get to positive territory himself. With the current standings, like you said, Watanabe, the only player who is positive in both games so far, way out in front. Tachikawa, his hand is progressing, but currently not a lot of value in it yet. That completes a run for Nishimura. And he is one away from ready with Mentanpin and possibly Ipeko. That's not it. Tachikawa has 2 west tiles. That is his wind. He is barely positive at the moment. I wonder if we will see a pon as he just tries to run away with a quick win.
I think we're gonna see Nishimura call for Tanyao Tenpai. Just the shapes that he has are a little bit... He has to get a 2 or 5 bamboo and it'd be great, but feels like it's taking forever. And look at all the 2s over here.
Yeah. Like you say, yes, he may chi or pon the first chance he gets. He could change
Which way
the
do you
weight
go?
here.
There's already a 2 dot on the board, so that makes it a little bit easier for him to pawn. It starts with the 3 dot since the 2 dot is safe to 2 players now. Oh no, safe to him and another player now. Safe to himself. Sorry.
Probably see the 2 of dots come out again. He's got pretty useful shape there in the dots. The 5, 6, 6, 7 was, I think.
His shapes are all really good. He just like keeps getting more good shapes instead of completing the good shapes he already has.
Yeah.
All right.
Dorda.
And I think now you get rid of the 4, and then there will be the 3. But you pawn anything that gets you to ready, and now he sees the 2s come out. Now
He does get to see that. Yeah.
We are definitely more likely to see a 3 bamboo 8 character shabo weight, and also any calls, I think, from Nishimura.
Also, with the bamboos or the cracks, he could improve his weight there, like that. Speaking of that,
I do think I don't know. No, he doesn't have any Dora, so maybe we won't see a call so quickly.
Dorda kind of slowing down Tachikawa, I think. Watanabe will take Tenpai.
Yeah, Watanabe says...
Whatever, you guys.
All right, there's the call from Nishimura that we were waiting for. Now he's waiting for the 5-8 dot. He wants to shut down Watanabe. Wants to get another turn at dealer. It's only going to be 1,500 points, but
I feel like he cheated the 6 of cracks.
He pawned the 8.
He pawned. Oh, he's okay.
But it deals in to Watanabe.
And Watanabe continues to run good.
It'll be about 1,600, I think. 1,300, okay. Oh, yeah, it was a non-edge. 16. Oh, yeah. Just up to just barely 40 fu.
So the 3 of bamboo discard from Nishimura having a big impact here.
The 4 bamboo.
I mean, I met the hand before that when 4 bamboos was the Dorda, and he drew the last. He did keep that last 3 of bamboos for 1 draw, but then decided he could make it
the 1-1-3 shape and discarded the 3. That's right.
And that has really helped Watanabe. Now in his final turn as dealer, final dealer for this game, he may not have even wanted this turn as dealer, and just prefer to accept the win.
It's very easy for him to just not get Tenpai and close the hand at the end. So what he risks there is Nishimura coming back above 30,000 for a positive score. But Watanabe's hand is really good and really coming together nicely, and as long as that's happening, he will try to keep winning.
There's another pair for Nishimura. He's got a completed run and a possible run using one of the Dorda. Tachikawa also has a completed run using 1 Dorda. There's another pair for Ishikawa. He will start moving towards pairs or San Uncle. There's another outside weight for Watanabe. Does he start giving up on the stuff around Dorda? No, you'll throw from the loose 8 of dots. Wants to hold on to that 1 of bamboos just in case he gets another Dorda. There's another pair for Ishikawa. Totally not. Totally not Suuncle. That's a gut shot, or that's a open-ended wait for Tachikawa.
What I'm interested here is if Tachikawa will decide to reach or not once he gets to Tenpai. He did have a lot of reaches with those really unfortunate shovel weights.
There's that usefulness for Dora. He's probably going to end up throwing from the 8-9 of cracks. Having held on to that one of dots or one of bamboos, I
I
feel
like
like,
the
well,
2
no,
discard. I was trying to get it out before he did it, so I would look all smart, but you kept talking and talking and talking.
I believe you. So it's interesting. Ishikawa is hedging hard for the Suunko. He could have Tenpai with 7 pairs. Well, with 5 pairs, waiting for a 6. 6 pairs, waiting for a 7th. Any of these tiles would be a 6th
Alright, one
pair.
away for Nishimura. Nishimura also has a safe red dragon in his what he perceives as a safe red dragon. There aren't any actually out yet, so it's not exactly safe yet. But Tachikawa is already Tenpai.
Tanabe, like we said, he's not hurting for points and may just be trying to find a way, like an escape hatch here.
I definitely didn't want to be locked into that side 3 bamboo weight when it's the Dora and he already is using one. But the rest of the hand also kind of tough to work with that 8-9 character side weight.
It's interesting the way
Backfire.
Ishikawa is playing this. He really wants Suunko. Is there a tile
There
that
are
he
no
will wait on?
7s or 9s on the board. Oh, but Tachikawa will win first.
Tachikawa takes positive points.
And he did not end up reaching. I said I was interested to see if he would reach or not, and he
Oh,
did not.
we forgot to be interested in what we said we were interested in.
Just locks in the positive score, but Watanabe takes another first place in a row, and he's got to be feeling good at this point. 3 games left to go, but he has such a massive lead on everybody else's negative, and he's plus
Sitting
40.
pretty.
Yeah. Wow.
Not quite halfway through yet, but still a very nice lead for Watanabe.
Yes, and that will do it actually for our free broadcast. Anything you want to say to the people who won't be able to watch the last 3 games and will see us next time?
Thanks for tuning in so far. If you can do it, we'd love to see you over on the other channel.
Yeah, it's the same channel. Actually,
Oh,
when this
same channel, yeah.
broadcast ends, it'll be redirected, but you'll have to sign up for the JPML Superfan membership in order to catch the rest of today's broadcast. We will be back on Wednesday with our normal JPML Select, where you can watch 2 full broadcasts, 2 full games broadcasted. Did we
conjugate the verb broadcast?
No, I'm trying to remember. Did we just watch 2 games of Wakajishi, or did we watch all 4? Trying to figure out if I have to get more games or not tomorrow, but I will figure that out on my own. Yes.
I feel like we still have 2 games, but I might be wrong.
I hope
I
so.
am
That
often
would
wrong.
make my life easier this week. All right, so we will take another short break. This stream will end on the free broadcast. If you would like to continue watching on the members only broadcast where we watch 3, 4, and 5, games 3, 4, and 5, go ahead and sign up for that membership right now. We'll give you a few minutes to get signed up and get situated.
While we get more water.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Red Bull. I think it's time.
Oh, good idea.
All right. Thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.